So just to get started, we're going to come to a seated position. Nice, long, tall spine, cross legs or feet out together, or if you prefer, you could have the knees bent, feet flat to the floor. Just grounding the sitting bones wherever you are. And I just have to explain before we get going that I have managed to walk into the baby car seat and cut my foot open. So if you see me with my toes tucked under and I'm telling you to have your feet flat, that is because I can't put my feet flat at the moment. A little bit bruised and sore. So just to explain that. So find your lovely long spine. Let's close the eyes and just arrive into where you are right now. So just letting the shoulders come down, maybe giving them a little shake. You can move the head a little and just get into the centre. So feel the sitting bones pressing down. Feel the crown of the head pulling up to the sky. And then begin to feel the breath coming in and out of the nose. And just feeling that cooler air coming in and the warmer air going out. Slowly, perhaps encouraging the breath to deepen. You could take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Feeling that expansion of the chest and the belly as you inhale. And that softening as you exhale. Lovely. If you've taken the hands to the chest and the belly, just let them fall down and turn your palms to face upwards for a moment. Keeping some lovely long breaths going, we're going to inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Take your time, follow your breath. And as you exhale out, just letting go of anything that doesn't serve you today. Few more. Allow yourself to feel that lovely energy as you breathe in. And that release as you breathe out. Letting it all go. We're going to take the chin down to the chest, maybe keeping the eyes closed if that's okay. And then just take some gentle rolls from side to side with the chin. Not worrying about how fast or slow you're going. Just doing what feels nice on your neck. Keeping the spine lifted so we haven't sort of gone into a rounded position. Spine is long. All the movement is happening in the chin, the neck, Lovely. Just enjoy that nice bit of movement. Noticing if there's any little cracks or pops of tension. Great to do this throughout the day. Just to loosen up the neck. Maybe take a yawn. Oh, just to release the tension in the jaw. Yawning's great for stress. Just maybe not doing it in the office or on a Zoom when someone's watching. Lovely. Taking the chin back to centre when you're ready, and then lifting it up so the chin is parallel with the ground. I'm going to take the legs out long in front. You're going to have them about hip distance apart, knees slightly bent. I'm going to go for a nice forward fold, just in your own time, where you let the body hang down. So we're not worrying too much that the back is slightly rounded. You're just letting the head go heavy. You might need to be a little bit more lifted to have the knees more bent. Or you might be able to take the legs a little longer and just round it down. See what feels nice. Want you to breathe into the back. As you inhale, just feel the shoulder blades gently coming away from each other. Feel the space between the shoulder blades. Again, you could let the head go heavy here and have a little roll of the chin side to side. Just in touch with the back, the shoulders. Notice if you feel it in the lower back, maybe. And then we're gently going to roll all the way up. And you're going to move over onto your hands and knees. So getting the knees positioned underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And like I said, you'd normally have your feet flat to the floor. You can hook the toes under if you've bashed your foot or cut it open like I have. Or if you get a bit of cramp, you can have the toes tucked under. Otherwise, flatten out the feet. Spread the fingers tips into the floor. Push the palms into the ground. And there's a little bend in the elbow, so we haven't locked them out, particularly if we tend to hyperextend a little. Gazing into the middle of the hands, so the neck is long. You're going to inhale, lift the head and the chest, lift the bottom and let the belly drop to the floor. Exhale, round the back, let the head go heavy, pushing the spine to the sky. Inhaling, lifting the body up. Head comes up, chest comes up, bottom is lifted. Exhale, round the back. Let the head go heavy, gaze between the legs. Inhale, lifting, pushing the heart forward. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, lifting it through. Take it with your own breath now. And not worrying again what speed you're going at. If your breath is a little faster or even a little slower, that's just where you need to be today. If you want to make the movement a little bit bigger, you could introduce a rock where as you round, the bottom goes back. And as you lift, you come slightly forward. That might feel nice, particularly if you have been sat down all morning and you really need to get rid of some extra energy or frustration, depending on how your day's gone. Lovely. Keep it going for a few more breaths. You can keep it small if you need to. You could even go off piece and go from side to side if the sides of the body feel like they need a bit of a wiggle. Really making it your own. Enjoying that movement. And slowly making your way back to centre into your tabletop, and do feel free to come back onto the heels or lift up. Give the wrists a rotate, a little shake, particularly again if you've been on the laptop or the computer all morning. It feel nice just to ease out the tension. And then we're going to come back down. Take the hands slightly in front of the shoulders so we can go up into our downward dog. So we're going to lift the bottom, start to straighten into the legs. Send the chest towards the thighs. And then we're going to pedal out the legs nice and slowly. So this is where I really want you to slow things down. Moving with purpose and mindfulness. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Take your time. Head is heavy. Gazing at the feet. Seeing the movement of the legs. Fabulous. And then see if you can bring it to stillness. So sending the bottom high, legs long. If you need to come down and have a little rest, then do. Listen to your body. As we take 3 breaths here. And you can blow it out through the mouth if that feels good, if you need to let go. And when you've taken your 3 breaths, you're going to start to walk the hands towards the feet and come into a forward fold. So you might be sort of halfway up and hanging. Have a little bend in the knees so it can really help the body just collapse. Nice shake of the head. Relax everything. Lovely. Let it all go. Then you could take a lovely long breath. Sigh it out. Oh. And just release what isn't serving you today. Put a deeper bend in the knees and then let's start to inhale. Roll all the way up to standing. Take your time. As you get there, have a little stand. Woo, if you get a little head rush. Lovely. Feel free to have a little shake. And do have drinks as well. If you need to have a swig of water, especially in this heat, I'm a big believer in lots and lots of water. And then you're going to come to stand, feet about hip distance, shoulders back and down. Give them a lovely little wiggle. Standing lovely and tall. We're going to take the arms up, bring the palms together. As you exhale, you're going to lean it over to the right, just nice and gently opening up the side of the body. Inhale, come to centre. Exhale, take it over to the left. Inhale to centre. Exhale, fold it all the way down, just as far as you want to go. Inhale, roll it all the way up. As you get to the top, the arms are going to follow. So we exhale to the right. Inhale to centre. Exhale to the left. Inhale to centre. Exhale all the way down. Letting the body go heavy. Inhale, let's roll it all the way up. Keep it going, arms following again. So as we come to the side, let's pull the tummy muscles in, start to activate the Mula Bandha. Inhale to centre. As you exhale to the left. So we're lifting pelvic floor, tummy's coming in. Inhaling to centre. As we exhale, really let everything go nice and heavy. Inhale, lift it up, pulling up from the sitting bones, from the pelvic floor as the arms come up. Taking it through one more time in your own way. Using your breath. Taking your time. Rolling it up. When you're back to the start, the arms lifted for a moment. Do feel free to come up Onto the toes for a second, little balance, and then release the arms down. Close the eyes for a moment. Just feel that movement in the body. Fabulous. And then just making sure that you're back at the back of your yoga mat in case you've moved. So you've got plenty of space in front of you. Little bends in the knees. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to fold down and bring the hands to the floor. So if you need to bend the knees to do so, then do. And then you're going to walk the hands forward, coming into your downward facing dog. So getting that nice triangle position where you're pushing the heart to the belly. Thighs are pulling towards the back of the mat. And take the shoulders away from the ears. If you sort of crunched up, see if you can let it go. Taking a moment there. Few breaths. And then let's bring the knees down to the ground. Again, flat feet if you need to. We're going to take it into a lunge position. So I want you to slide the right hand over to the left. Step forward with the right leg. And now you want the knee under the ankle. No, you don't. You want the ankle under the knee. So both hands are on the left side of that right foot. And we're going to take a little bit of back and forth. So keeping your hands where they are, start to straighten that front leg as much as the body will allow. So it might be a tiny little movement, or you might be able to take the bottom quite far back. Toes can lift on that front leg. You could flex the toes so you get a nice stretch in the back of the leg. And then seeing if you can slow it down to meet the breath. Using the inhale to come forward and the exhale to go back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Follow your breath. You might even want to close the eyes. Noticing that lovely rhythm of breath. Fabulous. And next time we come to the front, pausing there, and then inhaling, lifting the body, lifting the arms, coming into your crescent lunge. Relax the shoulders. You could always bring the hands to the heart if the arms are feeling a bit heavy today. Have the body lifted, belly button's pulling up. Nice long breaths. When you're ready, bring the hands down. So still having both hands on that left side of the foot. We're going to lift that back leg up, so we're in a lifted lunge. And then you're going to walk the hands round to the left, all the way to the back. Start to move the feet, so they're now pointing to the back of the mat. Bend that left knee and place the right knee down. So you're now lunging on the opposite side. Lovely. So again, you want the knee over the ankle to start with, and bring both hands this time on the right side of that left foot. And then we're going to start getting in that rocking motion. Just with the movement to start with, noticing if there's a little more resistance in one side than the other, maybe. And then using the breath, so inhaling, lifting it forward, exhale, taking it back. Inhale comes forward, exhale comes back. Just taking your time, noticing where you feel it. And the next time you come to the front, meeting there, planting that front foot down as we inhale, lift the body, lift the arms. Exhale, relax the shoulders, relax the face. Again, you can bring the hands down if you prefer. Relax the jaw. See if you can relax the space between the eyes. Taking some lovely long breaths. When we're ready, taking the hands back down to the floor. So both hands are on the right side of the left foot. Tucking that back toe under, lifting the knee, and then walking the hands to the right and all the way around. Toes turn towards the short edge of the mat. And before we lower that knee, we're actually going to go into downward facing dog. So see if you can step that right foot back, meeting the left, taking the bottom high. And feel free to walk it out, swing the hips, and settle into your downward dog. Letting the head be heavy, give it a shake. Remembering you can come down at any point. Lovely. When we're ready, we're going to lower the knees. Bring the toes together and take the knees out as wide as the mat or as wide as you can. And start to lower the bottom towards the heel. Let the body come to the floor. Hands might come under the forehead so you can release the neck. Or forehead to the floor, whichever one works for you. Take a moment just to appreciate that little resting pose. Relax the hips, relax the face. Not worrying if the bottom doesn't get all the way to the heels. You might have a small movement from side to side. Just ease into the hips, particularly when we've been sitting down, they can feel a little stiff. And then when you're ready, start to lift back up again. Let the knees back under the hips, toes in line, hook the toes under. Let's lift up to a brief downward facing dog. And then start to walk the hands backwards into your forward fold. But not worrying where you are, hands might be at the shins, hands might be at the floor. You can take the hands to the elbows into a little ragdoll position and gently rock from side to side. And then let the hands fall away. Bend the knees and inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Shoulders back and down as you get there. And then shake it out. Again, take a bit of water if you need to. And then come to anywhere on your mat with your feet together. Activate that muller band. So if we've forgotten about the core here, gently lifting the pelvic floor. Tummy's coming up and in, feeling lovely and tall. We're going to bring the palms together at the heart. And just ground the feet in, spread the toes. We're going to come into our tree posture, which is great, especially when the weather's quite hot and we feel a little bit sort of up in the air in our head. We can be very busy. Ground through the feet. Feel a little bit more solid. So knees have got a little tiny bend in them. And then we're going to take the right toes up onto tiptoes. And open that right knee like a book. So the right knee goes open to the right. Hips stay facing forward. Then you can rest the foot on the ankle. You can bring it up to the calf muscle. Or you might take it on up to the thigh. Whichever works for you. Just avoid the knee joints. So we're not pushing it out. Lift the body, standing tall. Taking a moment here. If you struggle with the balance, you could always just pop your hand onto a wall, just to help. Or find a point on the floor that isn't moving, that you can very gently stare at. And that can help with your centre of gravity. Long, tall breaths all the way up the body. And all the way down the body. Fabulous. Taking 3 more breaths here in your own time. When you've taken your 3 breaths, lower the hands, lower the foot, and just have a little walk out of the legs. Feel the energy in the lower body. And then we'll take that to the other side. So spreading the feet again, having the little bend in the knees, palms together. Roll the shoulders back and down. Activate that core, the Mula Bandha. And let's take the left foot onto the toes. Open it up like a book. Remembering you can stay here. Foot to the calf. Or the foot can come all the way up to the thigh. Lifting out of the hips. Taking long breaths from the toes to the head, all the way up. And all the way out. Clearing way for some new oxygen, some new energy. Fabulous. 3 more breaths wherever you are. If you fall out, we just get back in. Metaphor for life. And when you're ready, lowering the arms, lowering the foot, and again, just walking it out. And then we're going to stay with our feet together, body nice and tall. We're going to sweep the arms behind us, interlace the fingers. Then you want to gently pull the hands down and away from the body. Do try to keep the elbows a little bent so we're sort of not locking into the joints. Opening up that chest. Great for our posture that can become rounded as we work a lot on computers and do a lot of work on our iPhones. Chin is parallel with the floor. We're going to bend the elbows and take the hands to the right side of the body. So they might be slightly on the back, they might be in the waist. And then encourage the elbows to come towards each other. You might start to feel a little pull on the opposite shoulder. So with hands at the right side, you're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. So everything's happening on the same side, but you might start to feel a little stretch down the left side of the neck and a bit of warmth in that left shoulder. Close the eyes, take a few breaths here. This is great to do through the day. Ease out tension caused by sitting and working at a desk. And when we're ready, we're inhaling, lifting the head up, taking the arms back as we exhale. Take a few breaths there again in the center. Release the jaw and then take your hands over to the left side. So elbows are bent. Working them towards each other, start to feel this in the right shoulder now. When you're ready, left ear goes towards the left shoulder. Elbows pulling together. If you're right-handed, this might feel maybe a little more intense. And just breathe through it, closing the eyes, feeling the sensations. Nice long breaths. Keep encouraging the elbows towards each other. For one last breath. And then lifting the head, sending the hands away one more time. And then gently release. Oh, roll the shoulders. So you can do that sitting or standing. Really great to just get a bit of energy in that upper body. Take yourself back to the back of the mat. So we're going to go down into our downward facing dog again. So let's inhale, lift the arms, feel that loving energy we've just pulled in. Exhale, take it down, hands to the floor. Start to walk the hands forward into your downward facing dog. You can take a few moments, get into the right position, pushing the heart towards the thighs. Knees are straight, but there's a little tiny bend in there. Give the head a shake and take 3 big cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lovely. Bring the knees down when you're ready. We're briefly going to sit back on the heels and then slide yourself over. Come to your seated position. So cross-legged or soles of the feet together. Entirely up to you. Find that lovely long spine again. Everything should be feeling a little warmer. We're going to inhale, take the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, twist to the right and take the left hand to that right knee and then let the body turn around. So you're then looking over that back shoulder, so over the right shoulder. We're twisting into the spine. We're keeping the energy high. Lifting the body out of the hips. And you can gently encourage that twist by pushing the hand into the knee. Nice long breaths here. And inhaling, lifting all the way back up, back to centre. Exhale, twisting to the left. Right hand comes to the left knee. And again, you're encouraging yourself to twist round. Nice long breaths up and down the spine. Inhale, bring it back to center. Stretch the arms high. And then as you exhale, just fold over the legs. Bring the hands down to the floor. And then let the head be heavy. Let yourself just fold down. Depending on how your legs are crossed, you might feel this slightly differently on both sides of the body. Breathe into the back of the body. Feel the shoulder blades opening as you inhale. And relax into it as you exhale. Inhale, let's roll all the way up. So if we've got our legs crossed, we're going to uncross them and recross them the other way, so that the opposite leg is in front. If the soles are together, just keep them together. We're going to inhale, lift the arms. As you exhale, folding over just once more. And noticing if you've recrossed the legs, do you now feel it a little more on the other side? Let the head go heavy. Breathing into the back. And again, not worrying. If we've got a little bit of a rounded back, that's fine. And just getting into the hips, getting the blood and the energy moving. On the inhale, let's roll all the way up, back to sitting, shoulders back and down. And then you're going to take the legs out and lower the body down to the floor. So you're going to keep feet flat to the floor, knees bent. Take yourself all the way down to the ground. As you get there, gently pull the shoulder blades together. Take the hands to the belly. Feet and the knees are about hip distance apart. And then do walk the feet a little closer to the bottom. And close the eyes for a few moments. As you breathe, feel that the belly expands on the inhale and relaxes on the exhale. Take one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, just let the knees fall over towards the right. Not moving the feet, we're not moving the body, just letting the knees fall over. They don't have to touch the floor. It's a very gentle twist. Concentrating on that lower back. Keeping that lovely long breath going. And then inhaling all the way up. And then as you exhale, let the knees fall over to the left. Get a nice gentle twist. Relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw. Inhaling, lifting the knees back up. And then bringing them towards the belly. Take the hands to the shins or to the thighs. Hugging yourself in, a little rock from side to side. And then let the legs go, stretching them out long if that's okay on the lower back. And take the arms above the head. Take a full body stretch, as if you were just waking up, yawning. Wriggle the wrists, wriggle the ankles. Moving in, and then allow the body to relax. Bring the arms down and take up a little space on the mat for just a couple of moments. I want you to take 5 long, big, deep breaths. Taking your time here, relaxing the body on the ground. Full breath in and a full breath out. Let the body be heavy on the floor. Feel the head supported by the ground. And with that final 5th breath, taking a big inhale, blowing it out. And then letting the breath settle into a nice natural rhythm that will serve you for the rest of the day. When you're ready to move, rolling over onto your right hand side and then gently lifting yourself back up to your seated position. Take a moment to bring the hands together at the heart and let the chin go down, so we're nodding towards the body. Mind giving way to the wisdom of the body. Thanking yourself for turning up today. Namaste.